This is a new series on the channel called Training Day. This is a golfer who's been on the channel since the very start of it, when he was just in high school. This is Andrew Fernandez, and in just 1 week he's going to be playing in the Southern California Amateur Championship, which could be his final amateur event. Let's flash back to some highlights from his time on the channel.
That rough there is kind of like a crisscross pattern rough. He hit it nice. Hold it out, and Andrew Fernandez advances to the round of 32. Absolutely awesome match. But Andrew did have 104. I got the yardage from. Watch this real closely. And Andrew just hits that extremely stiff. It was so close to the hole within 2 feet that it was conceded for birdie. So Andrew Fernandez wins in the round of 32 and advances to the round of 16.
Wow.
This is at a place called Prevail Fitness in Laguna Beach. Really good golf fitness studio. After doing this pretty intense workout, he starts his day with golf practice. Here at Skylinks Golf Course in Long Beach, California, this has been Andrew's home base to practice recently. Coming up on, he played in the California Amateur down in Torrey Pines and played pretty well, but missed the matches, and then is about to play in this big tournament coming up.
Nice parking job. I've got the SCJM coming up, and then after that, I believe I might start my journey as a professional golfer. It's kind of a weird time to turn pro with everything going on, but yeah, still just trying to stay ahead. I love this game, and I do it for the love of it, and I want to be prepared. So we're at Long Beach, California, out here in the U.S. We're over at Skylinks by the Long Beach Airport. Very nice track. It's home of the Long Beach Golf Hall of Fame, and also one of the courses they play for the Long Beach Open. It's one of the longer courses out here in Long Beach, and I think it gives a good test about a little bit of links golf. I mean, the fairways are tight, the greens are pretty sloped, so it basically brings out fun. Oh, well, I've always said that there are 3 states that create the best golfers. It's always California, Texas, and Florida. That's just from what I've seen in my experience. These are all states that can practice year-round. So I think a lot of the best golfers come from those areas. Not knocking on all the other states, but it's a premier, and SoCal is one of the best spots to have. So.
All right, so what are you going to start off doing?
Start off hitting some little easy chip shots, little basic chip shots, just to warm up my body and get the motion down. I'll say I don't like chipping with range balls. It never gives you quite the same feel. I like to go through using all different kinds of wedges. When I chip, I don't just use one. I usually have 3 go-tos. It's either a 60, a 56, or a 52. If I don't have that much green to work with, or if I have a lot of green to work with, sometimes I'll work with a 8-iron, a 9-iron. Just trying to do those little bump and run, 7, 8, 9. Those are all feel.
Whenever I hit like an 8-iron or 9-iron and try to chip with it, I always find myself watching it go 10 feet past the hole. Like good impact and everything, but it goes too far. How do you get the right stopping distance from like even a 52 all the way to an 8-iron?
I think it all goes about how every player is different on how they come into the golf ball. And I think for me, I don't practice an 8-iron, a 9-iron, or a 7-iron a lot, but I think for me it's about imagination and if you can understand spin and how the ball rolls out. So for me, it's about picking landing spots I try to make sure it goes past the hole. That's something that I've been working on a lot, is making sure it gets to the hole, because at least I give it a chance to go in the cup. But I think it's a lot of tempo as well, and not coming in with too much lean or too much shaft lean or too little. Just making sure you clip it how you want to. I think contact is one of the biggest things as well. Make sure you hit it the way you want to. And then from there, it's just judging it. A lot of mini tour golf. See, there's not a whole lot of events that go 3-4 days like the tour does. I think a lot of those are maybe anywhere from 1 to 3 days. So those 1 to 3 days, you only have a certain amount to go, and a lot of the holes are pretty easy. So everyone just attacks pins. Everyone's always just attacking. Be as aggressive as possible. That's some of the things that I've talked with some guys and I've been learning about, is just try and be aggressive. We'll just scoot back a little bit.
Here you would be kind of like almost short-sighted if it was a full-size green. So are you still going to use all 3 clubs and try to figure out a way to get it close?
Two.
Okay.
I'd go 60 and 56. This green is kind of soft, but if we were playing on harder greens, for sure, feel almost close. I mean, everything just stops and spins. It's so soft. Like, I could fly it, almost fly it all the way there, and it'll stop. I'll tell you what, that's one of the things I love about coming out here, is I've learned how to create or get better at spinning shots, especially because of how tight the grass is and how soft and how soft it is on the green. You can really see the impact on, like, certain shots will spin a little more than others, and you can see what works. How you can hear it, since it's tight grass, you can just clip it. You can hear it clip.
All right, so what are you going to do now?
I'll go further back, probably about 30 yards, 40 yards. Hit a couple shots just emptying this out, because I don't need to hit this many balls. I'd rather do quality over quantity. It's about 35, right around here.
So for these shots, like par 5s and drivable par 4s, these are like real important, huh?
This is where you're at. This is about, if not, this is probably the weakest part of my game. And this is probably the biggest point of emphasis I've been putting the last 2 weeks. I think it just gives me better chances for birdies. I've always not been afraid to hit driver. It's just my conversion.
How much do you need to practice to feel really sharp, like in a week? To feel like, wow, like I really have a feel of my golf game.
My whole game? Or?
Yeah, whole game, like to feel like, wow, I really have control of my golf game. How much do you need to play? How much do you need to practice in a week?
If I play three to 4 times, and either practice before or after some of those rounds, maybe sometimes both, but I'd say be sharp in a week if I'm getting ready for an event, which a week might not be enough time, but I'd say if I practice hard for about 8 hours a day per week, I would feel pretty sharp. I mean, it's like a full-time job.
All right, so I see you're setting up the Flight Scope Mevo.
Yeah.
Do you use this thing often?
I do. I use it a lot on my wedges and my short irons. I think that's where it is the most accurate. Don't really use it for driver.
How do you use it?
Take a look at the 6 important things that I put on my
Yeah.
on my phone. I put club head, ball speed, smash, spin, launch, and carry. So on a lot of the biggest thing for me is the carry number right here.
Carry is 69.8 yards. Carry is 75.0 yards. Carry is 75.5 yards. Carry is 70.6 yards.
That's really all
Carry is 74.0 yards.
what I care about. But I made some piles around 4 different areas. One a little bit longer. I put 2, well, let's start with saying I put 2 alignment stakes out on the green. One's at 40, one's at 46, and I'm just basically trying to give myself variety of golf shots. Not everything's, you're not always gonna be able to hit from one spot all the time. So maybe I'll hit like a ball from there, walk to another pile, and just kind of change it up a little bit, mix it up. But you don't get second tries, you always just move on.
So there's a lot of what we're seeing you practice today just wouldn't be possible just standing on one of those squares in the range, huh?
No, not at all. When you play golf, you don't always hit the same shot. You don't always get the same lie. You don't always get perfection every time. You just change up shots. You know, you can always hit a standard like a little higher shot or whatever, but now I'm gonna work one where it's a little bit lower. Beauty about this is you can be creative. It's good old Kikuya, so. Done with the wedge game. Spent about 2 hours, 15 minutes on it. And now we'll go on hit a few balls.
All right, so now you're hitting more full swing shots. Andrew, what are you trying to do?
Right now, just warm up a little bit. No picking targets yet. Just trying to swing around a little bit.
You said there was some equipment you wanted to test today. What is the equipment testing that you're going to do?
We'll just do a little 2-iron testing, trying to put it in the bag for Goose Creek. Just got it.
So what would come out if you put the 2-iron in?
I'm thinking 3-wood would come out.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm hitting it. I just got it yesterday, just looking at it, and I was hitting it about the same as the 3-wood. The UDIs are so hot. So it's either that, or maybe I might keep 3-wood in the bag for carry distance. Put 2-iron in and probably take 4-iron out and go 2, 3, 5. Now 3-wood wants to start acting well. This is why this club might get out of the bag.
Yeah, hard to say no to that.
Huh?
Hard to say no to that.
Yeah, right?
Take that when you need it, for sure. So in this 3 hours, how many shots have you hit?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5
That's
times
250.
It's 250, and there's 100 range balls.
Okay, so 350 balls.
Right, and I might not go through the entire range ball. And that's just a morning practice session. It's about 10:30 now. Probably put in another hour on the range. Just about wrapped it up right now. Did a little bit of testing between the 2-iron and 3-wood to see what might work best next week. Take it for a practice round, and then we'll see how it goes. But we're basically done for the morning practice. Just time to relax a little bit. I gotta go get some work done, and then
Think you're gonna go to the golf shop or something?
yeah, I gotta get my 8-iron. About to fly off. After the golf shop, we got a lesson at 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna eat, recover a little bit, and then get ready for that. So. Gonna get one of my irons, and we're gonna get it. Well, 2 of my clubs, and get them sent in to get some repair work done. My 8-iron head broke. It's coming off the ferrule, and my 56 has a loose epoxy as well on the ferrule. So we're gonna take these 2 clubs.
Been a half ago?
All right, just dropped off my 8-iron and my sand wedge to get the work done. Time to go eat and get ready for the lesson. We're going down to Newport Beach Golf Course, the Muni. It's kind of near UCI. It's actually the same way I go to the gym. So we're just headed back down to go meet with my coach. His name is Andrew Reno. Been with him for the last 4.5 years. And yeah, just getting a little tune-up before headed over to the tournament next week. Just putting on the shoes and getting ready for this lesson. Starting in about 15-20 minutes.
So Andrew was saying that he's having trouble on his short putts. What do you want him working on with short putts?
Just trusting the line and making sure his stroke's good. Just sometimes he overthinks it. I just think he gets over it and stays there too long instead of trusting what he's doing and getting his line and then going at it.
Quick update. We came here to film Andrew Reno and Andrew Fernandez working together on Andrew's swing, and when we got here, Andrew put his wallet in his bag and was putting about 15 feet away from it, and somebody stole his wallet. Just in the probably 6 minutes we were standing there putting, and we know this because he looked on the video, and there's a video of a guy putting his bag next to Andrew's bag, pulling Andrew's wallet out of the bag right there on the putting green. He came in, looked around for a couple minutes, stole the wallet and left. So they have a video of it, and I don't know what they're gonna do now about that. So it's put a kink in the works of our video. All right, after that little bit of drama, we're back doing some
He said, are you gonna put this in the
I did a
data
little
library?
selfie about it, yeah.
Are you gonna put this in the data library?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The only main thing is watch your line. That's all it is.
It's too right.
It's too right with just your hip.
So what are you guys working on mostly? Maybe not in this moment, but just in general. What are the main themes you keep coming back to with Andrew?
So Andrew's main problem is his right leg and right hip tend to want to go more towards the ball. So the main thing we're trying to do is trying to keep the right foot a little bit more stable and keep the left shoulder rotating through the shot. Sometimes that left shoulder for him wants to get up too fast and causes him to get a little flippy with the club.
Are those two things connected?
Yes.
How so?
So once the right leg goes forward towards the ball, the body stands up, and then you can't rotate anymore, which causes your arms and hands to start to flip at the golf ball instead of your body being able to rotate through it and keeping your hands a little bit more quiet.
I'm trying to create more there.
And then keep the rotation. Trying to keep his right foot stable and then try to keep his left shoulder staying rotating open and staying level through the ball.
So it's not like about a drill or anything, it's just about doing the right thing.
Yeah, it's just about him trying to keep focus on what his potential of his body.
So the right shoulder works 2 under, and it becomes more like a seesaw.
Yeah, I want his left shoulder to work a little bit more around and left, not so up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And tilted.
All right, that's the end of the day. Andrew dropped me back off at the golf shop. He's gonna go get his club and figure out stuff about this wallet situation, which is a big mess still, but a crimp in the day. So he's going to figure that out. Usually he would then now go play 18 holes or just kind of play on the course, hitting different shots, sometimes play for score like in a money match, but sometimes just play. So that's his routine for the day. Hit subscribe. We're going to be following Andrew's progress as he plays in this SCGA amateur championship that's coming up, and then also when he flips and decides to turn pro, we're going to follow his first pro tournament and see how he does. See you later, guys. Bye.